The U.S. trade tariff suspension proposed to solve Boeing-Airbus row. Suspension of all mutual tariffs for 6 months. Proposed the measure would go beyond the latest 4-month suspension of import duties. U.S. trade dispute over aerospace subsidies to plane makers Airbus and Boeing dates back to 2004. The EU trade chief Valdis Dombrovskis announced that Brussels wants the EU and US mutually suspend trade tariffs imposed on billions of dollars of imports for 6 months. We have proposed suspending all mutual tariffs for 6 months in order to reach a negotiated solution. This would create a necessary breathing space for industries and workers on both sides of the Atlantic, Dombrovskis said. The measure would go beyond the latest 4-month suspension of import duties that the parties agreed in March. Last month, the two transatlantic partners agreed to suspend mutual tariffs that had covered $7.5 billion of EU imports of American goods and $4 billion of US products shipped to the bloc. The freeze is set to expire in 4 months. A bitter U.S. trade dispute over aerospace subsidies to plane makers Airbus and Boeing dates back to 2004, when Washington challenged European subsidies of Airbus that reportedly had adverse effects on the U.S. The EU filed a retaliatory complaint against the direct support given to Boeing in the form of regional tax breaks and government grants. So far, tit-for-tat duties on various goods have affected nearly $50 billion in mutual trade. The list of EU products on which the US imposed taxes came in $25 billion, of which $7.5 billion was authorized by the World Trade Organization and WTO. In comparison, the EU's list totaled $20 billion.